is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Halos picked up a nice series win yesterday afternoon with the victory over the Seattle Mariners. They travel to Northern California, and on Labor Day today, they kick off a three-game set against the Oakland Athletics. We welcome you inside the Coliseum and back to Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West. He's Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. Now, the one thing that is for certain that we could talk about, not only Mike Trout, because we like talking about him on a daily basis, but Albert Pujols right now has been on an absolute tear. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about 600 maybe in April next year. He's got a chance at it this year.
Yeah, Victor, he is swinging the bat exceptionally well. And take a look at our tools of the trade brought to you by Ram Truck. You're talking about squaring up pitches, whether fastball, mistake, all speed, and he had an unbelievable series in Seattle. Again, another first-inning home run against Walker, fastball inside part of the plate. 3 home runs for Albert Pujols in Seattle, driving the ball exceptionally well. 6 for 13 with the bat. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs for Albert, and he is a machine when it comes to those first-inning home runs. As you know, in Seattle, looks to be able to do here in the day game today. Those numbers overall, 58 RBI in 54 games for Albert Pujols, and if he's been driving the ball, those first-inning home runs yesterday, the all-time record, 134th time he has done that in his career, 8 first-inning home run. Baseball will carry here today. Hopefully he'll do again today against Oakland.
Well, yesterday afternoon, we had a scary moment with Matt Shoemaker. We'll have an update on Matt Shoemaker, plus the lineups in the first pitch when we return. This telecast of Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. Great deals on amazing cars are going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. By Jack in the Box. Taste the all-new Brewhouse Bacon Burger today for limited time only at participating restaurants. By your Southern California Toyota dealers. By Mercury Insurance, on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by the Jeep Renegade. Find your inner renegade and reach your highest potential with an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon. The Oakland Coliseum, game 1 of a 3-game set. The A's have taken the field, so we will quickly take a look at Mike Scioscia's starting lineup for the Halos at 61 and 75 after taking 2 of 3 from the Seattle Mariners. They will have Cole Calhoun once again leading things off at right, Mike Trout at center, Albert Pujols at DH, C.J. Cron, the cleanup hitter at first base, Jeffrey Marte at third, Andrelton Simmons the shortstop, Nick Buss gets the start in left field, Jeff Bandy behind the plate, and it's Caleb Coward batting ninth and playing second base. They're taking on a 23-year-old right-hander, native of the Dominican Republic, making his major league debut. His name is Raul Alcantara.
Alcantara is a guy that with a pretty good fastball, 90-96, slider, which is almost like a cut fastball, curveball, and changeup. My go-tos to be successful against him is create doubt early, especially when you're a youngster making your debut. Create some doubt, get some good swings, and use carry here today. Baseball flies during the day here in Oakland, so fastballs up, square up, get some home runs early like the Angels have done a lot of late.
Quickly take a look at the defense for the Athletics. Davis, Smolinski, Valencia in the outfield from left to right. Healy, Simeon, Wendell, and Alonso from third to first. Maxwell behind the plate.
And Simeon has really done a nice job as far as getting better and better at that shortstop position. 971 fielding percentage this year as compared to 947 last year. He's only committed 2 errors in his last 27 games at shortstop.
I mentioned we'd give you an update on Matt Shoemaker. Last night had a couple of CT scans, and on the third CT scan there was bleeding, and so they ended up having an emergency surgery for him last night. Everything went as expected, which is a good sign. They found the source of the bleeding. He's resting comfortably. He'll be up in Seattle for a couple of days, and then later this week hopefully get down to Orange County. And obviously he's on the 15-day disabled list, so our thoughts and prayers to the Shoemaker family. Danielle expecting their second child here soon, so obviously not able to go up to Seattle, so obviously we're keeping Shu and his family in our thoughts.
Adam Nebler, his trainer, has been staying with Shu the whole time and will go back to Orange County with him when he goes back home.
It goes without saying, the Angels placing Shu on the disabled list. They called up A.J. Ochter, and Daniel Wright, who was just claimed off waivers from the Cincinnati Reds yesterday, is with the Major League club. Cole fouling off the first pitch to start this ball game. 269 batting average, 15 home runs, 64 runs batted in. Takes outside. Calhoun in the leadoff spot yesterday for the injured Escobar. Not in the lineup once again. Second straight game after getting hit by the first pitch of Saturday's game. Cole last night going 1 for 4. Roll it foul. It's 1-2. Angels now 29 and 42 away from the Big A with the victory yesterday. 1 spot ahead of the Athletics. Halos at 20.5 back in the West. Oakland at 23.5 back. They had a walk-off win yesterday against the Boston Red Sox. Got him a chase. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cole would have had a solid series up in Seattle. Was 5 for 13 with 2 home runs and 5 RBI. That's the one pitch that pitchers will still try to get Cole to chase, that high fastball just around letter high, just above the strike zone.
This one playable out toward left field. Chris Davis is there. 1 down. So up steps Trout. Mike had an 0 for 2 game with a couple of walks, stolen base, and a run scored last night or yesterday afternoon. Comes in batting .321, 27 home runs and 88 runs batted in. Mike with his .321 batting average, good for 3rd in the American League. Altuve still leading the way at .346. Dustin Pedroia at .326. Then it's Trout and then Yunel Escobar. First one's in for a strike. .30 doubles, 4 triples to go with those 27 home runs. No balls, 2 strikes. Good velocity from Alcantara. Split time between AA and AAA this year. 25 total starts. Okay at AA, much better at AAA. 9-6 with a 3.5 combined. And that one hits Trout in the shoulder. So Trout will take first base, and Albert will bat with a man on.
It's that old up and in 0-2 pitch, which for me is one of those wasted pitches. You're going up and in. Two things happen: either you hit a batter, or all of a sudden you change your delivery, and that very next pitch is not where you want it to be. You get that protection there in that tricep area, elbow area for Mike Trout. He will not give in to that pitch on the inside part of the plate. Just turn the body, gets it off the arm.
Albert takes up and in. That's an 0-1 count. 268 average now for Pujols. 29 home runs, 108 RBIs. Had a 3-for-4 game last night. A home run, a couple of singles, drove in 2.
Conversation into the dugout with the Angels with a couple pitches up and in like that. Well, we've seen in the past, when you throw up and in on Albert Pujols, the very next pitch has a chance to being hit very hard.
Trout over at first, not a big lead. Two balls, no strikes. In case you're wondering, Albert is not homered yet this year in Oakland. So 273 here at the Coliseum this season. This is line to left field. His hot hitting continues.
And he hit that one well. Stayed back on it. We've talked about using the whole field. He has a line drive into left field for Albert Pujols. Wasn't real happy about getting thrown up and in, especially after Trout was hit the pitch before. Fastball down, lines it. Looked at that line drive into left field.
So 2 on, 1 out. Here's C.J. Cron.
Albert now with an 11-game hit streak.
C.J. with an 11-game hit streak himself after homering in the first inning yesterday. We're looking to strike. Cron's average of 288, 15 home runs, 61 RBIs. Wendell, the second baseman, shading toward the middle, trying to keep Trout close to the bag. It's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes.
And yesterday for C.J. Cron, it's the Carl's Cam replay. After Albert Pujols went yard, C.J. Cron goes the other way. His 15th home run of the season. He has been swinging the bat extremely well himself. And a good thing, especially pressuring a youngster making his debut early on, creating some doubt.
Cron shoots one out to right field. Moving over is Valencia's not going to get there to fall in. Trout had to hang up to see if that ball is going to get caught. He only advances to third. Mike wasn't halfway. He was more back toward the base to tag.
And Albert was almost caught up to Trout on that one.
So it's just a single for Cron. No RBI. The bases are loaded.
And Valencia, an infielder, third baseman by trade, playing right field. Fastball runs it on the inner half of the plate. See Trout going back to the base, and Albert was almost at second base. At that point, no way that Ron Renneke can send Trout home, but now the hit streak goes up to 12 straight for C.J. Cron with that base hit in the right field.
So Jeffrey Marte will bound with the bases loaded. Starting third baseman today. 263 average with 12 home runs and 35 RBIs. Jeffrey had the afternoon off yesterday. First one down and away. So a little pressure here for the youngster making his major league debut. Got Calhoun hit a fly ball out to left field. Got ahead of Trout before hitting him with a pitch. Pujols with a single, Crone with a single. Here comes the 1-0. Downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. It looks like Maxwell, the catcher, trying to get him to throw a breaking ball to kind of slow things down. Because I can imagine, Gooby, you come up, you're making your major league debut. I know it's September and the rosters are expanded, but you're still adrenaline's pumping, and you get to face guys like Trout and Pujols in your first go-round.
You hit Trout 0-2, and then Albert Pujols up and in, and then he hits a line drive, and then a base hit in the right field. All kinds of pressure. Now this is a fastball count for Marte, who hits the fastball extremely well.
3-0.
Got to believe he's going to get a green light here. Marte gets a fastball in his zone. See if he can do some damage. He's going to try to groove this pitch. You don't want to walk home a run, especially as a youngster. You want to go out and attack the strike zone. This is a perfect time for Marte to get a pitch to do damage.
Alcantara's 3-0 is right in the back of Jeffrey Marte, the second batter he has hit this inning. The Angels have a 1-0 lead. Tough way to pick up an RBI.
And this is nowhere near the strike zone. Almost right at the 1 in the middle of his back. So Trout was hit, Marte was hit, Albert Pujols almost hit. You talked about nerves and adrenaline going for a youngster making their debut. My Hyundai key for this game, especially in this ballpark during the day. The Night Rangers, rumors in the air. Anything hit in the air has got a good chance of carrying a long way, and that's what you try to do as a hitter. Get some pitches that are elevated, hit it in the air, get some carry, get it out of here.
Batting in the 6th position, shortstop, number 2, Andrelton Simmons.
So base is still loaded here. Simmons. Takes a strike. Andrelton hitting .280 with a home run and 31 RBIs. Takes low. Simmons yesterday going 1 for 4, had an RBI single in the 8th inning. Sixth man to bat here in the 1st inning. Pujols at 3rd, Crone at 2nd, Marte at 1st. 1-0 Halos. 2-1.
Well, in these spots, when you have a pitcher clearly having a tough time adjusting here to this mound and the first big league start, he looks for an aimed fastball right now. It's like what Simmons is going to try to do. Kurt Young, pitching coach, had a quick visit. Bob Melvin looking on for his youngster to see if he can get him in the strike zone at some point.
Simmons maybe helped him a little bit. It's a borderline pitch, fouls it off. It's 2-2. .22 pitches so far for Alcantara. He's overthrown a couple of breaking balls as well in this inning. 2-2 on the way. Simmons takes upstairs, full count.
Boy, dangerous how many pitches up and in he has thrown in this inning. And a lot of times, especially what we saw earlier from the dugout from the Angels, if you're going to pitch inside, you pitch inside around thigh high to belt high, but all those elevated pitches up and in, very dangerous.
Nick Buss on deck. Here comes the 3-2. Simmons almost gets hit, and it's 2-0 Angels as he works the walk. Oakland's going to have to get some action at the bullpen, I would imagine, Gooby. You got a guy that I know he's making his major league debut, but he's kind of all over the place.
He is missing a lot. You know, sometimes we talk about somebody being wild, the adrenaline going, just maybe missing some corners, but he's missing a ton of pitches way up and in. And these pitches up and in are 94 to 96 range. Looks like they are going to get some movement down in the bullpen now for Oakland.
Simmons picks up his 32nd run batted in. And Nick Buss comes up, starting left fielder. Hitting .220 so far. Six doubles, a triple, a home run, and 4 RBIs for Buss. J.B. Wendelken, first man up for Oakland. (1-0) downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. These are the outings that you really kind of, as a fan, you cringe and you kind of, you want him to succeed, especially September. It's kind of a lost season. You want to see the youngsters, see what they're capable of doing maybe for next year. So far struggling here mightily in the first. There's a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, pretty good numbers combined between AA and AAA, especially in AAA.
Like I said, AA, they were just okay. Very pedestrian-like, but he got to AAA and all of a sudden got on a tear. Earned a promotion.
Well, when you're throwing 94 to 96 with some movement, yeah, you would think he's got a future, but you got to throw strikes, though.
Buss lifts one out to left field, and it'll be deep enough to score Crone. Davis makes the catch. Crone's coming home. Nick Buss with the sac fly, giving the Angels a 3-0 lead. Buss picks up his 5th run batted in.
Good piece of hitting by Nick Buss there. Tried to get a pitch to be able to hit in the air, gets the job done. Sac fly. It's up his 5th RBI. Like we saw in a number of those games in Seattle, and of late, some early runs scored. 3 already here in the first inning.
Jet Bandy at the plate, had a 3-for-4 game yesterday. Gone into play yesterday with an 0-for-19. Certainly erased that in grand fashion. Has 2 men on with 2 outs. Bandy takes outside. Jet hitting .260, 8 home runs and 23 RBIs.
That's 15 runs scored in the first inning so far here on this road trip.
Marte the base runner at second and Simmons at first. That hit him? Yep, it sure did. That's the 3rd hit batter. There's a redirection there, and it looked like it may have gotten Vic Carapazza too.
Looks like it got him right on the elbow.
Yep,
back elbow.
Sure enough. So the bases are loaded, and it's Caleb Coward up. 3 hit batters here in the top of the first. Caleb hitting .265, getting to start today at third base. Jumps on the first pitch and drives one out toward right center field. Long run back there, and it's tracked down by Jake Smolinski to keep it a 3-run top of the first. Caleb gave it a ride, but the Angels leave them loaded. 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. In the top of the first inning on the Oakland A's, we begin the bottom of the first, and we'll check out Bob Melvin's starting lineup for the Athletics at 58 and 78. Marcus Semien will lead things off. He's the shortstop. Danny Valencia at third base. Stephen Vogt at DH. Chris Davis has had a fantastic season. He's in left field. Yonder Alonso at first. Ryan Healy at third. Joey Wendell, the second baseman. Jake Smolinski made a nice running catch. He's in center. And Bruce Maxwell is the catcher, batting ninth. Taking on Jared Weavers, making his 27th start of the season. Gooby 10 and 11 and a 5.21 ERA.
Another season with double figures in W's for Weaver. My go-tos for Weaver to be successful here against Oakland. Again, as always against this club in that lineup, work ahead, get ahead of the count, and then use the all-speed pitches for outs. They love to get into fastball counts, and that's when they attack the pitch.
Marcus Semien serving as a leadoff man now that Coco Crisp has been traded to the Cleveland Indians. Semien, the shortstop, hitting .238, 23 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Foul this one back, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Former Cal product. Weaver has won the back-to-back starts at Toronto, and then home against the Cincinnati Reds. Last time out, 2 runs, 8 hits, 6 1/3. Pretty good numbers in his career here at the Coliseum. It's upstairs and had a fantastic outing in his one and only start here this year. Complete game shutout on June 19th. 95 pitches, total of 3 hits allowed. 1-2.
It's 14-11, 2.77 career ERA against Oakland. I mentioned that great game he had back here in June on Father's Day.
Couldn't ask for a better day. Not a cloud in the sky here in Oakland. There's no clouds at all, even in San Francisco.
In the morning, that is unusual.
Yeah. This one's driven out toward left center field. That's going to get down and go to the wall. Semien on his way to second. It's a leadoff double for the Athletics. '21st double of the year for Semien.
Now Semien now 7 for 18. Little slider that backed up on Weaver. Middle part of the plate. Semien has had some good swings in his career versus Weaver. And that one, anytime it's elevated against him, Semien's very quick with his bat. Inner half of the plate and elevated.
There's Valencia, right fielder. .292 average of 15 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Takes a strike. She didn't like that call. Vic Carapazza calling the balls and strikes today. Ryan Blackney at first base. DJ Rayburn at second. Bill Welke, the crew chief, over at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Valencia's had a good season against the Angels. .348 batting average, 16 for 46 against the Halos this year. 2 balls and a strike. He's bounced them around. Bob Melvin has, as far as positions for Valencia since the All-Star break. Right field, first base, DH, third. Just 1 start since the break at third base.
Remember, his name was bantered around a lot around the trade deadline to play third base for a number of clubs.
2-1. This one's down the line, but foul.
One thing to keep an eye on early on for Weaver is command of the strike zone. And when in the strike zone, hitting his spots. Had a long top of the first inning. You get warmed up, ready to go. You come into the dugout, and it was a long top of the first. Although you'll take those runs. A lot of pitches thrown by Alcantara in that first inning for Oakland.
Full count. but Vogt on deck. Leadoff double for Semien after the Angels put 3 on the board at the top of the first. Oakland with their win yesterday afternoon against the Red Sox, snapping a 5-game losing streak. 3-2. Valencia rips one out to deep left field. Bus is back, and that is gone. A 2-run blast. And Oakland is on the board. 3-2 Halos. Valencia with his 16th of the season. And just his 4th here at home this year.
Talking about how the baseball carries so well in this ballpark. Mislocation of a fastball, talked about that long half inning. Weaver, you see the target was set for Jet Bandy away, ends up drifting on the inner part of the plate. Valencia drives it out. 16th home run, 47 RBI.
One ball, no strikes on Stephen Vogt. Two balls, no strikes. Vogt the DH, hitting .263, 11 home runs and 41 RBIs. Vogt rolls it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vogt needing some new lumber. In the dirt. Full count.
And Vogt with good career numbers against Weaver, also 323, 10 for 31 with 2 home runs.
And he got him to chase the off-speed pitch, 1 down.
A real good changeup from Weaver. Good action on that pitch, going down and away.
Here's Chris Davis. Mentioned he's having a fantastic season. 34 home runs, 85 runs batted in for Davis, a .253 batting average. Fantastic as far as the power numbers are concerned. That's how he'll get paid, not necessarily the on-base percentage, which is at .299. He's transitioned to the American League just fine.
20 doubles and a couple triples also. He's got a great ratio.
A little bit,
yeah, he has. He's got a great ratio as far as home runs per at bat. 1 home run every 13.9 at bats is your second best. Only the Mark Trumbo, 12.7 bats per home run. He's got his hands. It seems his hands are a little lower also.
Tied with Josh Donaldson at 34 home runs. Trumbo, of course, leading the way with 41, and Encarnacion with 36. Then you've got Dozier and Frazier, as well as Nelson Cruz with 35. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2, we're in the first.
Well, we mentioned all those runs that the Eagles have scored on this road trip in the first inning, but still looking for that shutdown inning. Matt Shoemaker put up a 0 after 2 runs in the first yesterday. Oakland right back in this game now with 2.
Davis goes down swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Weaver.
Good curveball. So a strikeout on a changeup to vote. Curveball to Davis. Look about going to that off-speed pitch for outs as far as a go-to, and for Weaver to be successful, has been able to do so.
So bases clear, 2 down, and here's Yonder Alonso. He's gone 8 for 53 over his last 17 games. A 151 batting average on the season, 247. 7 home runs and 45 runs batted in. One. That's a pretty good feel for the off speed right there, especially the last 2 strikeouts. Hit the first. Crone's got it on 1 hop. He'll wave off Weaver. And Jared settles down after giving up a double and a home run. We head to the second with the Angels up 3-2. By the score of 3-2. Halos had 9 men to the plate in the first inning, so Cole Calhoun will lead things off here in the second. Raul Alcantara really struggling with command in that first inning, hitting 3 batters, allowing just 2 hits, and he gave up a screamer to Caleb Coward for the 3rd out. Jake Smolinski making a nice running play on the warning track out in right center field. Cole 0 for 1. He had a fly ball to left to lead off the game. You figure the 2 runs in the bottom of the first would settle down Raul, especially after that first inning. We shall see. He's lifted out toward left field. Foul territory. That's Healy, and not going to get there. That is such a tough play for a third baseman.
Unable to make the play at the 2-yard line, just in front of the end zone. See how far he's got to go. Trying to track that one down to foul territory in this ballpark.
Little curl route.
Yes. He heard the footsteps of the defensive back getting close to him.
Ball and a strike on Cole. Healy's made it back to the dirt. is driven out toward right field. Valencia turns around, and this one is gone. Big fly for Cole Calhoun. 16th of the season. 4-2 Halos.
Well, that's the way you respond right back after Oakland scores 2 on a home run. Cole Calhoun with a solo shot. His 3rd home run of this road trip. 16th season, 65 RBI for Cole. An all-speed pitch. Stays back on the well. He's got the foot down, but still able to clear his hips, and he got that barrel of the bat out there in front of the plate, and that baseball got out quickly to right center field.
Fans throw it back onto the field. It's nice of them so Alcantara can have a souvenir. Here's Trout. Mike hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first. That is pulled to left, a base hit. Trout's on board with nobody out, and Pujols coming up.
Well, after some walks and some hit batters, first inning, some real good swings against it. Alcantara here in this inning. Home run and a line drive for Trout.
Action again for Oakland in their bullpen. Wendell can back up. Albert 1 for 1 with a base hit to left and a run scored. Fouls it back. Ball and a strike. Alcantara originally in the Boston Red Sox system. Got picked up in 2011 along with Josh Reddick coming over from the Red Sox in exchange for current Angels pitcher Andrew Bailey.
Picked up his first save as an Angel yesterday.
This is back toward the middle, but Semien has it. It's going to turn into a 6-4-3 double play, 2 down.
Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by Kia, with C.J. Cron coming to the plate. Now with that base hit today, very hot, a 12-game hit streak, hitting .404 during that streak. His last 47 games, batting average almost at .340, .339 with 43 RBI and 12 home run.
CJ picked up a single and a run score in the first inning. 12-game hitting streak now. 2 balls, no strikes. Alcantara dealt with Tommy John surgery in 2014 and will work his way back. 15 as well as this year. Putting up good numbers at the minor league level. I certainly like his arm. At just 23 years of age, can't have enough of those. 2-1. Cron pops it up. Healy dealing with that sunshine, goes into foul territory. Makes the catch for the 3rd out, but the Angels do get one of those runs back that the A's put on the board in the bottom of the first inning. Calhoun with his 16th of the year, 65th RBI, giving the Angels a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Hey, Star Wars Night's coming up Friday at 7:05. Join us as the Angels take on the Rangers and receive a Stormtrooper Rally Monkey while supplies last. Go to angels.com/promotions to get your tickets. 4-2 Halos, bottom of the second. Ryan Healy leading things off. He'll be followed by Joey Wendell and Jake Smolinski. 6, 7, and 8. Healy, the third baseman. 276 through 46 games. 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. Product of Crespi Carmelite, University of Oregon. Third round pick by the Athletics in 2013.
Remember him very well at Crespi. Not only a good hitter, but a very good pitcher with a power arm.
Weaver falls behind at 3 balls and no strikes. Jarrett gave up a double and a home run in the first inning, then retired the next 3 in a row with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. 3-1. Full count.
Fastball in, slider away. See if Weaver goes back to an all-speed pitch now.
This one's pulled to third. Cowards got it, 1 out. He went back to that off-speed pitch.
Now just in front enough to get that line drive right to third base.
Pardon me, Marte. Caleb getting started second.
Position catch that liner off the end of the bat, and we'll move over and catch the line drive. Good pitch from Weaver. Get back in the count after falling behind 3-0.
There's Joey Wendell, the second baseman. One for 8 at the major league level. 26-year-old. Came over a couple of years ago in the Brandon Moss deal from Cleveland. 6th round pick back in 2012. Went to Westchester University of Pennsylvania.
Yes, I know that one well.
You know that one?
My brother went there.
Okay.
The Westchester University.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course. 0-2. Tied him up with a high fastball. Wendell 279 at AAA, 12 home runs, 61 RBIs.
As I recall, I think the Rams they are.
Okay. Where's that at? Is that in the
Westchester, Pennsylvania? Close enough.
Close enough?
About an hour and a half away.
Okay.
Yeah. So Pennsylvania, part of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. By your definition.
Yes.
Wendell goes down swinging, 2 outs.
And now with Smolinski coming to play, it's our time for a Honda helpful moment with the bases loaded. Caleb Cowart went down and got a fastball. Possible bases clearing double, but Smolinski makes an outstanding play for Oakland. Finish off that first inning with not as much damage done as 3 runs. That would have been at least a 3-run double. Smolinski put on the brakes just as for the wall to make the play. That's a pretty good pitch.
Weaver certainly wanted that. Not on the check swing, on the fact that it was in the zone. 1-0 count. Smolinski hitting 262 with 7 home runs, 27 RBIs. Hit this one off the end of the bat, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul back. 1-2. Two on the way. Down to reach for it. Marte cuts in front of Simmons. And a 1-2-3 inning for Weaver. 2 in the books. Halos up 4-2. Four to 2 as we start the third. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Wrap up this road trip. Angels taking 2 of 3 from Seattle. Played 2 day games here in Oakland today, and then Wednesday. Tomorrow will be a night game at 7:05. Wednesday at 12:35 start before returning home. 10-game homestand beginning Friday night. Marte, Simmons, and Buss for the Halos here in the third. Jeffrey hit in the back in the first inning with the bases loaded, picked up the RBI, his 36th RBI of the season. 2-0.
See how quick Marte is with the fastball to the inside part of the plate. Looking fastball. He is quick. He's able to get the barrel of the bat out there very quickly, open up those hips on a fastball.
46 pitches for Alcantara. And Marte drives one out towards center field, hit well, but being tracked by Smolinski. On the track, puts it away for the first down.
Smolinski's been busy today, covering some ground out in center field. Always has been a very solid defender.
Might want to check the rotors and the brake pads out there.
Yes, indeed.
Simmons takes a strike. Adelton picked up a walk and an RBI with the bases loaded in the first. He notched his 32nd RBI. This is pulled to third and under the glove of Healy. Playing at the cut of the grass. Davis up with it. Fires it back in, and Simmons easily in there with a double.
'19th double of the season. Just above the belt. Drives that one by Healy at third base, playing in just in case Simmons would a little drag bunt. Davis with a high throw in second base. Simmons number 19 as far as doubles on the season. 21 extra base hits for Simmons.
There's Nick Buss, had a sac fly in his first plate appearance. Time was
Like
called.
It almost looked like he balked.
He did balk. Okay.
Yeah, he moved his hands.
Well, I saw Carapazza coming out from behind home plate, but I didn't see him throw his hands up or anybody point at anything.
Yeah, he moved his hands right here. See, he was distracted there. You see that movement.
Oh, there it is.
A balk has been called.
Again, just that movement around by Simmons distracted the youngster. That's going to force the infield in for Oakland. And then Kurt Young again calling down to the bullpen.
First one to Nick is fouled back. Wendelken loosening once again.
It's the third time he's been up already, warming up in this game, or down in the bullpen.
Ball one. This one's out towards center. Deep enough to score. Simmons from third. Smolsky with the catch. Launches it back in, but no play. Sac fly number 2 for Nick Buss. He's got a couple of RBIs today. And the Angels lead is now 5-2.
No official at bat in this game for Nick Buss, but 2 RBIs. Give him now 6 on the season.
Two outs, nobody on. Jeff Bandy at the plate. Hit by a pitch in the first. Bandy fouls it off. Oh, 2 to Jet. Jam pops it up. Go foul behind the Angels dugout. Handles with 3 in the first and solo runs in the second, so in 1 more here in the third. Ross Detweiler, the lefty, is now joined Wendelken. The righty and lefty getting ready for Oakland.
He's supposed to be the starting pitcher tomorrow.
Not so much. 1-2. Now September call-ups always mess around with the starting pitchers. The 1-2. Tap a foul. 58 pitches now thrown by Alcantara with the 2 outs here in the third. Interesting pronunciation for his last name, because normally it'd be Alcantara, or in Spanish Alcantara. But Alcantara is what the A's are going with, they told us. 1-2. Again, it fell off. Good battle for Jet. Two balls, 2 strikes. We'll bounce over to third. 2-hopper to Healy. And the Angels are done here in the third inning, but they do pick up another run on the sac fly by Nick Buss. It's 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the third. Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon premieres tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Pacific, only on FS1. Start at the bottom of the third here at the Coliseum. Halos up by the score of 5-2. And Jared Weaver to face 9-1-2 coming up for the A's. Maxwell, Semien, and Valencia. Jared gave up the double and a home run to start the bottom of the first, but since then he's retired 6 straight, including 3 strikeouts. Bruce Maxwell, the catcher, leading things off. 15th game at the major league level for the 25-year-old. He's hitting 143, a couple of doubles and 4 runs batted in. Good season at AAA this year with a .321 average, 10 home runs and 41 RBIs. Former second-round pick in 2012 at a Birmingham Southern. Not a Pennsylvania school.
No.
Three balls, 1 strike.
When you look at Maxwell with his timing mechanism, we always talk about Whether a leg kick, high leg kick, sometimes double toe tap you see from Anderson Simmons, similar here from Maxwell.
Leadoff walk to the number 9 hitter. First free pass issued by Weaver. We'll bring up Semien, the shortstop.
Semien is rolling in 6 double plays. Weaver has gotten 17 ground ball double plays turned behind him this season. It's the most he's ever had turned behind him. Generally a fly ball pitcher. Lowest ground ball percentage in baseball for Weaver, 28.5%. His outs in baseball is put in play on the ground.
One ball, one strike. Semien doubled in the first, 21st of the year, and then he scored on the Valencia home run. Two balls, one strike. Short lead for Maxwell at first. Semien cuts through it. Evens up the count. Just got a piece of it. You got a piece of Jip Bandy too. Leadoff walk to Maxwell. He stands at first. Lively crowd as always here at the Coliseum. Sunny gray blanket giveaway on this Labor Day. He went around. Fourth strikeout of the afternoon for Weaver. One down.
Yeah, ran a fastball upstairs at 86 with some movement. Semien looking away. Cannot hold up on that swing. Clearly across the plate. Punch out for Weaver, his 4th of the game.
Valencia shoots one off the backside of Weaver, recovers, throws him out, 2 down. Now, question is, where'd that ball get him? Man, oh man, coming off of yesterday's shot by Seager off of Shoemaker. Now Valencia gets Weaver. Question is, was that
looked like
hand?
it got him on the hand?
Yeah.
As he turned his back. He had a better angle here. That's right off his arm, hand, and then back.
Presence of mind to go after the baseball and still throw out Valencia. Maxwell ends up at second, 2 down.
Pretty good indication how quickly that baseball can come right back at you after you deliver the baseball. As much as you like to be able to be in fielding position, sometimes there's nothing you can do about that. And we've seen that the last couple of days.
Probably feels better now than it will in a couple of innings. The sitting down in between. The soreness obviously will settle in. Appears to be all right.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 21, Steven.
Vogt a strikeout victim in the first. Got a man at scoring position with 2 outs here in the third.
It's one of those things when you're a pitcher, especially Weaver being tall too, and have to deliver the baseball. You're so close to the batter. Sometimes it's very difficult to react. Myself getting my leg broken by a line drive by Paul Molitor right back up the middle, tried to move, but could not even get close to getting out of the way of that one.
Leadoff walk to Maxwell, a strikeout of Simmons, and then the comebacker off the bat of Valencia. 2 outs. Halo's up 5-2. Looks like Alcantara's done for the afternoon because Ross Detweiler was loosening for a while. Vogt lifts one out toward right. It's playable. Cole underneath it. 3 complete here at the Coliseum. The Angels maintain their 5-2 lead. Fourth inning here at the Coliseum. 55 pitches so far through 3 innings for Weaver. Times he's made it look easy, and other times he's had to deal with some deep counts and a couple of hits, but nothing more.
He's just trying to
shut out his last start here at the Coliseum.
Looks like he's trying to stay loose. That baseball looked like it got him right on the hip. Like it avoided his arm and hand.
Here's Ross Detweiler taking over on the mound for Raul Alcantara, who goes 3 innings, giving up 5 hits and 5 runs. 9-1-2 for the Angels. Coward, Calhoun, and Trout. Caleb, of course, spins around to hit from the right side. 1-3 mark for Detweiler. 4.81 ERA. He was with Cleveland earlier this year as this one's fouled off.
Detweiler throws his fastball 89-93 range. curveball, changeup.
One ball, 2 strikes. Caleb 0 for 1. Drove one out to the warning track in center field in the first. Detweiler now 30 years of age. Missouri native, Missouri State. Yeah. Caleb to chase the breaking ball. One down. The Angels will take on the Rangers on Sunday at 12:35. Fans in attendance will receive a patriotic baseball cap courtesy of Chronic Tacos while supplies last. Just go to angels.com for ticket information. One out for Cole Calhoun. 1 for 2 with a fly ball to left and a home run. 16th of the year. 65 RBIs, takes down and away. Detweiler, first round pick, 6th overall, 2007 out of Missouri State. He's pitched in the big leagues with Washington, Texas, Atlanta, Cleveland, and now Oakland. Detweiler released last year by Texas, signed with Atlanta. That one almost hits Cole. 2-1 count. Cleveland signed him in December, then Oakland purchased him on July 17th. Two one. 3 balls, 1 strike. There's a walk. Cole on board for Trout, coming up with 1 out here in the 4th. Detweiler originally scheduled to start tomorrow. We'll figure out that rotation for Oakland whenever they get it to us.
Pretty surprising though when you're scheduled to start the next day and then, you know, all of a sudden you're called to get warmed up in the bullpen the day before.
But I would imagine, Gooby, that if he was a guy that got sent down to the pen, that there was conversations as a possibility if Cantrip messes up here that, you know, we'll get you in there to settle things down, and you can always, like we said, with September call-ups, play with the rotation. That's what you do anyways, yeah. Especially when you're talking about a lost season, trying to figure out what you have going into the offseason, setting your 40-man roster, getting ready for the Rule 5 draft, and so on and so forth. So you got to kind of figure out what you have, and so it wouldn't surprise me that he kind of knew maybe ahead of time.
He must have had that conversation.
Yeah. Trout going the other way, picks up his 2nd hit. Cole will turn, head to 3rd. The throw is not in time. Kind of an odd throw by Valencia, just from the standpoint. He's got a pretty good arm, but it looked like he was throwing it just to the cutoff man. Like he wasn't really necessarily making a play toward 3rd, and the guys just let it go through.
Well, I think part of it too is that you keep Trout, if it's a low enough throw, you can keep Trout at first base. A high throw allows Trout to try to get into scoring position also, but you keep the double play in order. With Pujols at the plate, that's a low throw, just trying to get it in to make sure at the very least it could be cut off and keep Trout at first base.
Like, where's Simeon going? It's just kind of all over the place there, you know.
And they had a shot.
Yeah.
If he charged it with his arm, he's got a shot at it. Aggressive base running by Cole Calhoun.
1st and 3rd, 1 out. Here's Albert. 1 for 2 so far. Trout's on the move. Maxwell's throw, good one. Trout takes the outside route and is in there safely.
What a slide by Trout. The throw beat him there.
Was Wendell surprised maybe by Cole thinking about coming down the line?
Yeah,
great angle by Trout.
It's the 23rd stolen base. Has been caught 5 times this year for Trout. Wendell looked like he was trying to see if Cole was going to try to go on a double steal. Now Albert with 2 men in scoring position.
Infield back too for Oakland with 1 out. Fouled off.
And Albert going into the game today already tied for the lead in the American League as far as RBI with 108. There's numbers in Oakland here. Last 18 games, 22 RBI for Albert Pujols.
Pujols shoots one out to right center field, and that'll split. The outfielders go to the wall. Albert will turn and head towards second, and he is hustling in there for a 2 RBI double. 7-2 Angels.
They'll make that now 110 RBI on the season for the machine. When he coming into the game, first 16 full seasons for Albert Pujols as he stays back on that fastball at 94 and lines it to right center field for a double. We talked about how he's been using the whole field. First full 16 seasons coming in the game. 5,200 total bases for Albert Pujols. Only Hank Aaron with 5,314 had more the first full 16 seasons.
First career hit for Albert against Detweiler. He'd come in 0 for 5.
How impressive that is for Albert Pujols. Total bases, first 16 seasons. Albert now with 5,203 with 3 total bases today. Amazing. The names in that list right: Lou Gehrig, Stan Musial, Willie Mays, and Hank Aaron, all Hall of Famers. Albert Pujols, a future Hall of Famer.
Crone shoots one to right, a base hit. Albert will be stopped at third. So Detweiler not missing any bats here in the 4th.
Go back to my Hyundai key for this game. Rumors in the air. Well, there's been some shots in the air, that's for sure, by Angels hitters once again today, early in the game. Already 7 runs, a home run by Cole Calhoun, a 2 RBI double for Albert Pujols, and C.J. Crone continues to swing an extremely hot bat with 2 hits already today himself. Albert still tied with Encarnacion. He had 2 RBIs today for Toronto, so both at 110 in the American League in that category.
Double for Albert is 599th of his career. He's 16th all time. Next up, Barry Bonds at 601. So just continuing to climb the ladder on many all-time marks. There's Jeffrey Marte taking a strike. Marte hit by a pitch in the 1st with the bases loaded, picked up an RBI, and hit a fly ball to the warning track at center in the 3rd. So he's 0 for 1. This one's pulled to left and another base hit. Pujols comes in to score. 8-2 Angels. Marte with his 2nd RBI of the game.
This one for sure felt a little bit better for Marte. That hit with a pitch with the bases loaded to drive in a run back in the 1st. This one stays back, lines that one into left field for an RBI single. 37 RBI on the season for Marte.
1st and 2nd, 1 out. And Simmons coming to the plate. Walk in the 1st inning and a double with a run scored in the 3rd.
good swing on the 2-0 count for Simmons.
That's letting it fly
Yes.
on 2-0. Missed inside. 3 balls and a strike. Cron at second, Marte at first. Anderson pops it up first base side. A lot of foul room here. Alonso near the wall and on the track makes the catch. Nice play by the first baseman.
Yeah, he had to go a long way to run that one down.
2 down.
Especially with the bright sunshine. Took a real good angle to run that down to make a nice play. See him looking up exactly how far he has to go and how much room he has before he goes to that wall. He quickly catches and already turning his body just to make sure to throw quickly into third just in case C.J. Cron would tag up.
Being told he stayed in bounds as well.
College or the NFL? Get both feet in?
Both feet in.
Oh,
We got the official word from the replay booth.
thank you.
Three balls, no strikes. Nick Buss with a couple of sac flies today. 2 runs batted in. 6 on the season now. Three and 1. We tied him up.
That one had some pretty good zip to it too. 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Runners are going to take off here with 2 outs and a full count. There's the payoff, and Buss fouls it off.
So she's seen a lot of good swings from his offense today.
And Buss goes down swinging. The Angels will leave 2 on, but they score 3 times to take an 8-2 lead heading to the bottom of the 4th.
age of baseball. Jacoby Ellsbury, big game for the Yankees today against Toronto. 3 for 4, including a home run. And take a look at our game break from Yankee Stadium with one on, first inning. Jacoby Ellsbury, it is high, it is far. See ya! Home run for Ellsbury, his number 7 this season. 3 RBI performance as the Yankees beat the Toronto Blue Jays today.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Davis, Alonso, and Healy for Oakland to face Jared Weaver. Weaver 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed. Davis struck out in the first.
See, those home runs keep increasing as more playing time for Chris Davis. Great power to all fields. Good changeup there from Weaver. Look at the pitches that Davis will hit a long way. That middle, 427, and also down and in, 395. You can go up and in on them and down and away. That's the old adage we always had to go through in our scouting reports. Up and in, down and away. There's that down and away breaking ball. Those scouting reports were awesome. Every time, just up and in, down and away. Anything else? No.
No, that's it.
This up and in, down and away.
Full count. Taps it foul.
Slow curveball, 69-mile-an-hour pitch from Weaver.
There's a leadoff walk. Second straight inning in which Weave has given up that leadoff walk. In the third, he ended up retiring the next 3 in a row. So that's 4 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. Here's Yonder Alonso coming up. Alonso grounded out to Crone in the first. He falls behind here 2-0.
One thing you don't want to do with this Oakland club is let them back in the game. Gifting base runners. One thing that Weaver has not done a lot of that this year as far as walking batters. His 40 walks in 150 in the third innings pitch coming into this game for Weave.
Back-to-back walks to start the fourth. Nobody out, and Ryan Healy coming up. Healy lined down to Marte, leading off the second, so he's 0 for 1. You seeing anything different coming off the hit off the backside?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if you can notice anything as far as on the follow through, like he's trying to cut off some of his pitches and not comfortable as far as the landing area for him. That's what you try to look for, especially when you get hit in the hip like that. And as you sit around, it certainly gets stiffer as the game progresses. Like I mentioned, Weaver is generally always around the strike zone. Coming to this game, 52.5% of his pitches are in the strike zone.
Toward what?
Especially with the hip and the landing one. Obviously that comes into play because you want to be able to get it fully extended on your delivery.
Three and one. The Angels starting to get action to their bullpen now. Looks like Deolis Guerra is going to start warming up. Back-to-back walks to start the fourth. Deolis pitched yesterday, going inning and 2/3. He picked up the win in relief. Three-one. Full count.
Because Weaver always throws across his body. I'm just looking at our angle right here on his landing spot. It's really a little bit longer than normal. See if he tries to get extension in the follow through. You see right there at the front of his foot generally would be a little bit longer. It's a little bit shorter, which means that he doesn't feel as comfortable getting that leg out as far as he normally would do.
Here's the payoff. Healy pulls a foul.
And a lot of times for a pitcher, your landing area is going to have that one spot. And the way Weaver throws, there's certainly not from another pitcher landing in that general area. Most pitchers will make a spot where their landing area is and they'll land in there every time. That's a pretty good mechanism to be able to find if you're throwing the ball consistently in the same spot.
Another 3-2. Healy skies one out the left field. Bus racing back, dealing with that sunshine. Makes the catch. Davis will tag and stop. The throw comes in. Nice play by Marte to keep it in front of him. One down. Healy just got underneath that one.
Yeah, that was a hanging breaker ball on the inside part of the plate.
So Davis still at second, Alonso at first, one out of Joey Wendell. The second baseman coming up. He struck out at his first at bat.
You can tell by that, pretty good speed with 9 triples in the minor leagues.
This is hit towards second, past Cowart. It'll bring home Chris Davis. An RBI single for Wendell. Picks up the RBI. That's 8-3.
His first RBI. Break a ball, he stayed back on it very well.
First big league RBI for Wendell. Alonso moving to second base. One out still, and here's Jake Smolinski. Smoleski grounded out to Marte in the second. 3 infielders on the left side. One-0 count. Guerra's ready to go in the pen. So should deems it necessary to go there. The command has certainly left Weaver here in the fourth. The last thing you want to do is have a 6-run lead erased. This one's out towards shallow center field. Trout coming in. He'll make the catch. 2 down.
Well, off the bat, we've seen that from Trout. Will put that glove up as if he's going to field that one in front of him, just to freeze the runner. And then he was able to track that one down and get that second out. So he putting that glove up there, just trying to freeze the runner. Runs it down.
So 2 outs, 2 on. And Maxwell coming up. Maxwell drew a leadoff walk last inning. Remember, you got to go 5 innings in order to be in line as a starting pitcher for a win. We were at the start of the day looking for his 11th win of the season. 10-11 on the year. It's a good pitch. Away.
And it's 75. Hit her out in front.
Oh, 2. A bad idea trying to freeze a left-handed batter after throwing 2 away for strikes. Breaking pitch, and that's down the left field line. That'll go toward the corner. Alonso will score easily. Wendell heading to third. He's being waved in. Simmons up with it, fires it home, and Wendell safe. The 2 RBI double. And the A's are right back in this. It's 8-5.
Third double from Maxwell this season. Now 6 RBI. Stayed back on that one well. Just looking to put the ball in play. Lines it in the left field for a double.
Well, back-to-back walks to start this inning doesn't help things. Both have come across to score. Sivia takes a hack and fouls it back. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. At the start of the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 8-5 now. Bouncer to third. Marte's got it. Inning comes to an end. 3 runs on the board for Oakland. We are finally heading to the 5th. It's 8-5 Angels. This telecast of Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Subaru, making the world a better place. That's why we donate to causes we care about. And by El Pollo Loco, new chicken tenders. Try them today at El Pollo Loco. Top of the fifth inning, 8-5 Halos. There's Alcatraz, otherwise known as The Rock.
The Rock.
Not the actor or wrestler. Should do our open from there tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Go over there? Take a helicopter over there?
I'd love to see it, though.
Bandy swinging first pitch, lifts one out to center. James Smolinski is underneath it. First down of the fifth is in the books as Caleb Coward will stroll to the plate. Helicopter zone do it for you?
Yeah, I'm okay with
You all right
helicopters.
with
Yeah.
Now batting, number 22, Caleb.
You're afraid of heights, but helicopters are good.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's that sense of falling you like.
Yeah. A little lower than normal.
Weightlessness?
Yes, it feels great.
Dale Descaro is back up and loosening, so it looks like he's going to come back out for the bottom of the fifth. He might be done after 4, so he won't even qualify for a W. It has to be the line drive that Valencia got. The backside is this one. Out to left, Davis moving back on it, reaches up, makes the catch. 2 down. Well, that's twice Coward's hit the ball hard.
Now it's time for a top-tier play brought to you by Arco. Cole Calhoun back in the second inning. Lines went out to right center field. 16th home run, 65th RBI on the season for Cole Calhoun. 3rd home run of this road trip for Cole.
Cole 1 for 2 with that home run in the second, a walk with a run scored in the 4th. Detweiler in his second inning of relief. Check swing, did not go. Two-out count. Halos with 9 hits so far today. Scored in every inning so far, 3 in the first. Solo runs in the second and third innings and scored 3 off a Detweiler in the 4th. Chopper, and this one into the shift. Wendell's got it. Halos down in order for the first time today. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. It's 8-5 Angels. Bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher on for the Angels. It's Dayless Garrett. Are in and out. Who's in, who's out. Garrett taking over for Jared Weaver. Lasted 4 innings. He gave up 5 runs, all earned on 4 hits, including a home run, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Dayless took over for Matt Shoemaker yesterday, won an inning in 2/3. Ended up picking up the victory, his 3rd of the season. Oakland has 2, 3, and 4 here. The 5th due up. Valencia, Vogt, Davis. A homer, a 2-run shot of the 1st inning. Hit the liner off the backside of Weaver in the 3rd.
That clearly was the reason why Weave just didn't look comfortable after that line drive from Valencia, especially on that follow through.
Valencia pops it up. Shallow right field. Caleb Coward cutting over. Bobbles it. Valencia trying to go to second. He is in there. Caleb had a long way to go with the shift on. And you see Cole talking with them, talking about the communication or lack thereof. And the A's have a man at scoring position to start the 5th.
You can see how far from where he started before getting close to the baseball. And it's reaching out off his glove. At that point, as an infielder, you're just waiting and hoping to get called off. But
yeah,
Cole playing deep himself, and then Simmons tried to reach back and apply that tag. We've seen him do that so many times, how quick he is on a tag at second. Almost got Valencia.
Valencia gets credited with a double, his 19th of the year. Here's Stephen Vogt. Change up from Guerra. No balls and a strike. Vogt 0 for 2. Struck out in the 1st. A fly ball to right in the 3rd. You're right on that Coward play. That all players, especially infielders, have this internal mechanism as they're running out, whether it's straight back or otherwise. After a while, that mechanism says, all right, I've gone a long way here.
I'm waiting.
There's going to be an outfielder calling me off at any point. Goes through your mind.
And then all of a sudden, then you realize, okay, I got to try to make this play, and he reaches up. He almost made an outstanding play. But Cole was playing in right center field. He had to go a long way himself.
And Caleb, a guy who's a traditional 3rd baseman, that's a play he seldom really makes at 3rd base. Going that far to his left. Pops it up on the infield. Guerra pointing at it. Marte comes in and takes charge, makes the catch. Still don't understand how that's an easier play for an infielder instead of a pitcher. I just don't get it.
I think
Whatever.
the pitcher's he wanted it.
1 out. And this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. You'd rather have a 3rd baseman or a 1st baseman charging and have to make a basket catch on the run than a pitcher who's standing underneath it.
For me, any pop-up hit to me, I can catch it. I would much rather have that than a strikeout, because that way you know you made a perfect pitch, and the hitter is really upset with that. And he's got to run all the way to first base to be able to call that as a pitcher. That's what you want.
Vogt, by the way, 0 for 3 so far. Chris Davis, a strikeout in the 1st, walked and scored in the 4th. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Just missed.
That was a pretty good pitch. Lower part of the strike zone, middle part of the plate.
Alonso on deck. 3-1. There's a walk. So 2 men on with 1 out. Here comes Yonder Alonso.
Now batting first baseman, 17, Yonder Alonso.
Alonso 0 for 1 with a ground down and a walk. He's also scored a run. Good rip at that pitch. No balls to strike. It has been a struggle to get through the 4th and now the 5th inning for the Angels. They're taking an 8-2 lead. 3 runs into the 4th inning. 2 men on here in the 5th. It's popped up left side. Well, infield fly rule. They do. Bill Welke, crew chief, makes the call. 2 down.
Simmons able to track that one down at the 25-yard line.
So 2 outs, 2 on. Ryan Healy coming to the plate. Healy just missed a 3-run home run in the 4th inning. 0 for 2 now with a line out and the fly ball to left. Healy yanks it foul.
Oh, what a play. Get some high fives. Off the glove, made the play.
That's what it's all about. Little dribbler toward third. They can hope for as it goes foul, and it does. 1-2.
Guerra was looking for that baseball back, and Marte threw that one out. Well, at the end of the bat, that might have got hit towards the bottom part of the bat could have a little mark on that baseball for a little more movement on it if you get that back at you as a pitcher.
Valencia the leadoff double. He's at second. Davis the walk is at first. 1-2 count on Healy. They're trying to keep it 8-5. His first inning of relief. Here's the 2-2. That's driven out to left field. Bus not going to get there. It'll go to the wall. One run is in. Davis is going to be stopped at third. It's an RBI double for Healy. And it's 8-6.
High fastball. Healy was able to bring his hands up and lines that one, hops the wall in left field. This location, brings his hands in, barrel of the bat, lines it for Healy. 12th double, 18th RBI in the season.
Charles Nagy out to pay a visit with 2 outs. Joey Wendell coming up. He's just continued to chip away. Scored 3 off of Weaver in his last inning of work in the 4th. 1 so far here in the 5th, and now it's a 2-run lead for the Angels, what was once a 6-run lead. Wendell 1 for 2. Picked up his first big league RBI in the last inning. This is hit towards second. Coward's got it on the line, and that'll end the inning. 1 run in. We head to the 6th. It's an 8-6 Angels lead.
Here in the top of the 6th. Now let's take a look at another game break from Target Field in Minneapolis. Candice Morales with 2 on. At that point, Kansas City down by 2, no longer down by 2, up by 1. 3-run home run by Candice Morales. His 23rd home run of the season is Kansas City. It's Minnesota 11-5. Dozier 3 home runs in the game for Minnesota. 38 home runs on the season.
Trout to lead things off.
With a second baseman for the Minnesota Twins. 33 of them since June.
Halos coming off an inning in which they were retired in order. Trout, Pujols, and Crone here in the 6th. Mike 2 for 2, hit by pitch and 2 singles. He's stolen a base and scored twice. Detweiler's 3rd inning of relief. Trout pulls this one through the left side. 3rd hit. He's on board now for Albert.
4 times on base today for Trout. Continues to lead the majors as far as on base percentage. By a lot.
Albert Pujols.
Albert's been on board twice. A single and a double, 2 RBIs. 2 for 3 overall. Pujols now with 110 runs batted in, extending his hitting streak to 11 games.
By the way, coming in the game, Mike Trout's on base percentage, .440. On base 4 times today. Altuve, closest in the American League at .409 coming into the game today.
Whalers have action of the bullpen. A.J. Octor called back up today, getting ready.
By the way, Trout's on base percentage now .444.
What a rip by Albert. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Location of that fastball, pretty much the heart of the plate.
Pujols yanks it foul.
Talk about locked in for a long period of time. Albert Pujols' swing has been perfect, quick, using the whole field, and hitting everything hard.
One ball, 2 strikes. John with a single, standing at first base. Breaking ball. This one's out toward right center field. Smolinski racing back toward the warning track. He'll step onto it, make the catch. 1 down.
Well, Albert hit that one well, right in front of the 388 sign in right center field that Smolinski was able to run down.
Now batting, number 24, C.J. Crone.
Big rip by CJ. Foul tips it into the mid. 2 for 3 today with a couple of singles and a pop-up. throw and drives one out toward left center field. Smolinski putting more miles on it. Tracks it down. 2 outs.
He definitely has been busy in center. There hasn't been a whole lot of routine plays out his way.
Now batting, number 19, Jeffrey Marte.
Smolinski's had to run down 5 well-hit fly balls his way today.
Marte 1 for 2, hit by a pitch, a fly ball to center, and a single. He's picked up a couple of RBIs. One, 1-2.
Change up down.
Pretty good pitch. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I got a lot of the strike zone. A 2-seam fastball.
Eight to 6 Halos. We are at the top of the 6th inning.
Looked like Bob Melvin was going through a series of signs in there, and that's that sign to go throw a pickoff to first base.
Marte pulls it foul out in front.
Wow, what an effort, though.
That is a valiant effort. That's taking care of your guys in the bullpen, or at least attempting to do so.
Yes, indeed. What an effort. Trying to protect the bullpen mates. The dive, the deflection, with the redirect.
Got some height on that
Yes,
dive.
he did.
Look at that.
Look at that effort. It's outstanding.
With a smile to boot. He knew the camera was on him. Marte lays off, full count.
Working extremely hard on Labor Day.
Yeah. And there's a walk. John ends up at second. 2 men on, 2 outs. And it'll bring up Andrelton Simmons. 55 pitches for Detweiler. He took over for Alcantara, who lasted 3 innings in his major league debut, giving up 5 runs. Andrelton will walk, a double and a pop-up. Shoot one out toward right center field. Valencia calls off Smolinski, makes the catch, and the Angels are done here in the 6th. Go ahead to the bottom of the 6th. I think it's 8-6 Halos. The 6th inning, new pitcher on for the Angels. It is A.J. Ochter taking over for Dale Osguera, who gave up a run on 2 hits in his 1 inning of relief. Ochter called up today for the 7th time this season, as Matt Shoemaker is placed on the 15-day disabled list today. A.J. will be facing 8-9-1 Smolinski, Maxwell, and Semien here in the 6th inning for Oakland. Caught the inside corner. A center fielder's 0 for 2 with a ground ball to third and a fly ball to center. th game for Ochter this year as this one's lined to right. Cole's there. 1 down. AJ with no record. A 3.55 ERA at the major league level. First season with the Angels.
Done a pretty good job. He's got a very good power sinker. Along with a changeup and breaking ball.
Pitched in 29 games at AAA Salt Lake. 2-2 there with a 3.50 ERA. At 1 start. Maxwell with a walk and a 2 RBI double. Two and 1. Shift on with Maxwell at the plate. Foul this one back.
Angels fans here, generally a lot of them come up to Oakland.
Full count. Pitch payoff. Maxwell lifts one out to shallow left. Bus broke back. Now has to commit on it. 2 down. They get your red on as the Angels take on the Blue Jays on Friday, September 16th at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive a commemorative Mickey Mouse replica statue while supplies last. Just go to angels.com for more details and to buy tickets. There's Simeon, the leadoff man at shortstop. Looking to strike. This one's in the air to right center field, not very deep. Cole coming in, dives, not going to get there. Trickles away from him. And Simeon on his way to second with a double.
Big time effort for Cole Calhoun. To go a long way. See the dive, the effort. Just in front of the glove. Slams hard on that outfield grass. Not an easy dive on that grass right now because a lot of that is chewed up from the football game.
Danny Valencia with a home run and a double. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored.
That's a pretty good pitch again. Lower part of the strike zone, middle part of the plate. The strike has not been called throughout this game. The lower part of the strike zone, right in the middle of the plate.
And a 4-pitch walk. That wasn't a bad pitch either. So 2 on. The tying run is on board.
See, with this pitch, it's right on the outside corner again. There's 2 pitches in a row that were in the strike zone according to our Fox track.
Here's Stephen Vogt with 2 outs. Takes low. There's a strike.
That's the upper part of the strike zone. So if you're a pitcher, talked about it throughout the scheme, the upper part of the strike zone has been called. The lower part certainly has not been.
One and 2. outside. A little bit of trouble here for A.J. Octor. Got a couple of fly ball outs to start the 6th inning. A double by Simeon. A little flare out to right center. Now the walk to Valencia. The 2-2 count on Vogt. The last thing you want to do is get to a 3-2 situation where the runners get a head start. Just a 2-run lead for the Angels. That would hit back Carapaz's right hand, apparently.
Hop on the ground right on the thumb.
Time called as Octor was coming set. John Doolittle getting ready for Oakland. Looks like he'll pitch the 7th. Detweiler's worked 3 innings. Another 2-2. Vogt grounds this one to the right side. Crone's got it, takes it himself, and the A's will strand 2. We head to the 7th with the Angels still up 8-6. The mission continues as we commemorate the 15th anniversary of the events of 9/11. All over the country, the mission continues as bringing together veterans and civilians through local service projects and honoring this day in history by giving back to our community. Visit foxsportssupports.com to learn more. Sean Doolittle takes over on the mound for the Athletics. One lefty replacing another. Doolittle pitching in his 36th game, 2-2 mark, a 2.93 ERA this year with 4 saves. And he will face Gregorio Petit to pinch hit here for Nick Buss as we start the 7th.
Doolittle fastballs 93-97, slider, changeup.
Detweiler went 3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Gregorio hitting .261, 12 doubles, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, takes a big rip at it. Comes
Attention, please.
Petito for 1 as a pinch hitter this year. The Angels have gotten to Doolittle this year. This is his 5th game against the Halos. He's 0-1 with a 9.82 ERA. 3 2/3 innings, 4 runs on 8 hits. He's allowed 2 home runs. The odd number for him, no strikeouts against the Angels. 1 walk. It's the bottom third of the order for the Halos here in the 7th, looking for some insurance runs. Just a 2-run lead. Petit, Bandy, and Coward. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. There's the first strikeout for Doolittle. 1 down. Be very surprised if you get anything other than fastballs from Doolittle.
Yeah, the percentage, he's always upper 70s as far as percentage of fastballs thrown.
Now batting, number 13, Jeff Bandy.
Bandy 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Foul off the first one. The 6th inning, the first inning in this game that both teams have gone scoreless. Somebody has scored the first 5. That one just misses. 2-1. Jared Weaver got the start for the Angels, lasted 4 innings, gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Garrett gave up a run in 1 inning, and Ochter's gone 1 so far. 2-2. This one out to center. Smolinski's there. 2 down. Follow Angels Baseball live with MLB.com at bat. App, stay up to the moment at any moment with game day, live game video highlights, StatCast news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. Two outs, nobody on, and Caleb Coward up. Caleb skies one. The foul territory. Long run for everybody. Valencia not going to get there. 0-1 count on Caleb. This one back up the middle, and that'll sneak through for a base hit. Well, Caleb hit the ball hard a couple of times today. Nothing to show for it. Here he picks up a 2-out single.
Yeah, that's all you can do is just keep that same simple approach at the plate. Shorten up the swing. He's hit the ball hard twice, and now this one base hit up the middle for Coward.
Cole 1 for 3 with a home run in the second. He's also walked and scored.
That's when Cole was looking for his second multi-home run game of this road trip.
Cole's 3 for 8 in his career against Doolittle with a home run. This inning continues. It'll be the last batter Doolittle faces, I would imagine, with Trout on deck and Liam Hendricks getting ready for Oakland. 2-1. Pardon me, 1-1. Pretty good lead for Coward at first. They'll check in on him. One career stolen base for Caleb. That was last year. 2 balls and a strike. With this part of the order up, can't imagine he's going anywhere.
You want to give Cole a chance to swing the bat, and you want to get an opportunity to be able to get Trout up at this inning to expand on the lead.
That was up around the neck area for Cole. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Likes jumping on that pitch though. Handles with 8 runs on 11 hits and stranded 7. Oakland with 6 runs, 7 hits. They've left 6 on base. Doolittle just off the disabled list on Friday. Strained left shoulder. Last time he pitched was on June 25th. And that was the same time he faced the Angels. Full count. Alonso will play behind Coward over at first base with a full count of 2 outs. Caleb's going to be on the move. Trout on deck. Mike's been on board 4 times with a hit by a pitch and 3 singles. Here's a payoff. Cole fouls it back with a high fastball. Cole fouls it back just below us.
He was on that fastball.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
I was ready.
Yep.
Cole's home run in the second, his 16th of the year, 65th RBI. Maxwell is going to go out. Coward feeling like Cliff Pennington did the other day when Cole had a 13-pitch at bat that ended with a home run.
Pitch number 9 will be coming to Cole Calhoun.
And he got him with a fastball. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Doolittle. Stretch time here in Oakland. The Angels still up 8-6. All his friends. It's an 8-6 Angels lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, well, Frenchie's graduated from potatoes to potato heads. A.J. Ogner back out for his 2nd inning of relief.
Number 2, Chris Davis.
Rafael Ortega, by the way, takes over in left field. Remember Petit pinch hit for Nick Buss. There's Rafi. Ogner. A little trouble with 2 outs in the 6th inning, but settled down at the last out. That was Stephen Vogt. This is Chris Davis to lead off the 7th inning. Davis, Alonso, and Healy. Chris Davis 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first, and he's walked twice. He scored once. He'll shoot this one out to right field. That one is gone. A home run for Chris Davis the opposite way, and the Angels lead is down to 1. 35th home run of the season for Davis.
Pretty impressive power to go that far the other way. 90-mile-an-hour high fastball. You mentioned coming in the game averaging a home run every 13.9 at bats. Fastball away, stayed with it, lines it out to right field for a solo shot. 35th home run, 86th RBI.
Well, it was once an 8-2 lead. Weaver gave up 3 in the 4th. De Olascara gave up 1 in the 5th. And with nobody out here, the 7th, Octor will depart, having given up a run. It's 8-7 now in the 7th. Lead down to 1 run with nobody out here the 7th. Cody Ige takes over. This will be his 3rd appearance as an Angel. He's going to face Billy Butler. He's going to pinch hit for Yonder Alonso. Alonso finishing the game going 0 for 2. Butler, 276 average, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs. He's 6 for 23. It's a pinch hitter. First one is cut on a miss. Good breaking ball down low.
Ige has a good breaking ball and changeup. Go along with his fastball, 87 to 90 range.
Down toward right field. Cole coming in. Puts it away for the first down.
Now batting third baseman, number 48, Ryan Healy.
Ryan Healy, an RBI double in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. Double is 12th. The RBI is 18th. toward the middle, and Healy picks up his second hit. Breaks his bat in the process. So man on with one out. Healy representing the tying run.
Looks like we're going to get pinch hitter now. More likely we bring Mike Scioscia out.
The Angels have Jose Valdez getting ready, the right-hander. Chad Pinder is going to pinch hit for Wendell. That's been announced, and figure Scioscia will come back out to counter the move with a right-hander. And here comes Scioscia, right on cue. So we're going to get ourselves a pitching change in the 7th inning, second of the inning. Jose Valdez coming on to relief. The Angels up by a run. It's 8-7. Is on in relief. The man at first base. Looks like they're going to replace the bag over at first as well. Valdez pitching in his 14th game. 0-1 mark at 2.84 ERA. Ryan Healy, the base runner at first. Must have just come undone. Issue with it. Chad Pinder. A pinch hit here. Pinder, the 24-year-old product of Virginia Tech, former second-round pick. A pinch hit for Wendell. 10th game with the Athletics. He's 5 for 29. It's a 172 batting average with a double. At 258 at AAA Nashville this year. Marte playing deep at third. First pitch strikes have been lacking over the last several innings. Bouncer foul. challenge him with a good fastball. Comes up empty. It's 1-2.
That one at 97.
Just off the plate. Full count. Jake Smolinski on deck. Three-two. Pinder shoots it out to right. Cole's there. 2 down. Healy back to first. Well, the Halos have been living on the edge. Now Jake Smolinski coming up with 2 outs.
Now having center fielder, number 5, Jake Smolinski.
Yeah, trying to maintain this lead here, and then top of the 8th inning, with Trout, Pujols, and Crone coming up to try to add on and expand the lead, which looked comfortable early on, but Oakland has fought us all the way back.
Smolinski pulls it foul down the line. A center fielder 0 for 3. Oakland has continued to chip away after the Angels took an 8-2 lead in the 5th inning. Weaver allowed 3 runs in the bottom of that inning. Oakland tacked one on. Pardon me, the 4th. Tacked one on in the 5th. Scored 1 so far here. And Smolinski with a base hit to center. Healy will stop at second. And now the tying run and go-ahead run are on board with 2 outs. Bruce Maxwell, the catcher, coming up.
Now batting the catcher, number 63, Bruce Maxwell.
Maxwell 1 for 2, a 2 RBI double in the 4th. Two balls, no strikes. Top of the order, Marcus Semien on deck. Two-0 pitch. 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk loads him up.
A very dangerous fastball hitter coming to the plate now, Semien, especially when it's a fastball upstairs, and that's exactly where Valdez has missed.
Here comes Charles Nagy. Marcus Semien, 2 for 4 with a couple of doubles and a run scored. Ryan Healy, the base runner at third base. Jake Smolinski at second, and Bruce Maxwell over at first. Chris Davis led off the 7th with a home run off A.J. Octor to make it 8-7. Here's the first one. That is in there for a strike. Oh, 1. That is fouled off 0-2. Valdez better slow down a little bit. Gooby. Just looks like he's trying to come set and go quickly. Not trying to quick pitch, but you get all the adrenaline going of trying to throw strikes here.
He's already called for a ball.
Yeah. It's ahead of the count at 0-2. Semien shoots one out to center field. Trout is there. And the A's will leave him loaded. Chris Davis, however, hits his 35th of the year, and it draws the A's within 1. The Halos are still up.
And the A's, and on this beautiful Labor Day, Halos hanging on to the 8-7 lead as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Ken French with you, trying to get that ginormous Dennis Eckersley bobblehead out of my mind. And once I do, we'll have the post-game show following this one with myself and Jose Mota, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. We might just do it up here. It's the right field barbecue terrace on Labor Day. Why not? They're grilling up dogs, burgers, sausages, coleslaw, and my favorite, of course, potato salad. And fellas, great place to catch a home run ball. My buddy Jackson behind me got the Chris Davis home run ball last inning. Cole Calhoun threw it back up here. So a cool place to hang out. And by the way, a lot of leftovers, so let me know if I can bring anything.
Potato salad, huh? That sounds like it's got Ken French's name right all over it.
He is the potato man.
Yes, he is. Potato. Liam Hendricks takes over on the mound for the Athletics here in the 8th inning. He'll face 2, 3, and 4. Trout, Pujols, and Crone. Hendricks 0-3 with a 4.35 ERA. This is 42nd game of the year. Trout has been on board 4 times. Hit by a pitch and scored at the first. 3 singles since then. A stolen base, 2 total runs plated for Trout. 1-1. It's fouled right back into Maxwell.
And these 3 batters for the Angels going against Hendricks combined 6 for 13 with Trout, Pujols, and Crone. Almost got underneath. Looks like he got it underneath the mask on the neck area.
Nothing you could do either as a catcher. Just can't prevent that. That's just a redirection. Unfortunate spot to get hit, but hopefully he's all right. One ball, two strikes. 2-2.
Trout looking to get on base for his 5th time in this game.
Down low.
As per the norm, seeing a lot of pitches and then a bat.
Hendrick, 27-year-old, native of Perth, Australia. First season with Oakland. Last year with the Blue Jays. Here comes the 3-2. Trout strikes out swinging, just challenged it with a fastball. One down.
Inside part of the plate at 95. Trout tried to bring his hands inside to be able to drive that baseball, unable to make contact though.
Number 5, Albert Pujols.
Albert, a 2-for-4 game. A single and a double, 2 RBIs. 110 runs batted in on the season. Albert 3 for 6 in his career against Hendricks, 2 RBIs. No one on the Angels has hit a home run against Hendricks yet. Albert gets jammed, flares one out to shallow center field. Smolinski comes in, 2 down. But like Trout, he tied up Albert, didn't he?
And he ran that one in once again. He does have a very good fastball, and he throws a lot of them, just like Doolittle. Doolittle from the left side, Hendricks from the right side. A lot of fastballs.
C.J. Cron's had a 2-for-4 game. Total of 11 hits for the Angels. Cron chops this one toward third. Healy comes in on it. The Halos down in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still an 8-7 Angels lead. Up by the score of 8-7. Jose Valdez on once again here in the 8th inning. Took over with 1 out in the 7th. Got into a little trouble, but got out of it. He gets to face 2, 3, and 4 here in the 8th inning. Valencia, Vogt, and Davis, 2, 3, and 4. But Pennington takes over at second. Caleb Coward moves from second over to third. So Jeffrey Marte no longer in the game. Valencia trying to leave on the first pitch. Comes up empty. 2 for 3 game for Valencia. Home run, 2-run shot in the first, and double with a run scored in the 5th. Yes, he did. 0-2.
He ran that fastball inside. Already started to commit the swing.
With the breaking ball. There's the 1-2. Valencia takes low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one back up the middle. It's a base hit to lead off the 8th.
Valencia's really looked comfortable swinging the bat today. That's his 3rd hit, including a home run back in the 1st inning.
Stephen Vogt 0 for 4. That gets away, and fortunately for the Angels, it hit the shin guard of Vic Carapazza, the home plate umpire. Otherwise, the tying runs in scoring position. This one out toward left field. Ortega has to come racing in for it. 1 down. Valencia back to first base. We'll bring up Chris Davis with 1 out, 1 on. Davis homering the opposite way in right field off of A.J. Octor, leading off the 7th. His 35th of the year. 86th run batted in. 1 for 2 with that home run, plus a couple of walks.
Good breaking ball from Valdez on that one. See it on the control and his delivery. Spotted that one very well.
Davis fouls it off. Nice catch out there. Oh, 2 Cal with Bandy talking things over with Valdez. The Angels have action in their bullpen. The newest Angel, Daniel Wright, Claimed off waivers from the Reds yesterday. Tenth round pick of Cincinnati in 2013 out of Arkansas State. Short lead for Valencia. 0-2 to Davis. Got him. Going with a breaking ball down and away. 2 outs.
Great location. You fight to get ahead of the count, expand the zone, and get a big swing and miss. It's a very dangerous, strong hitter, Chris Davis.
First baseman.
Here's Butler. He pinch hit in the 7th inning, hit a fly ball to right. So he's 0 for 1. Takes upstairs. He shoots one foul. Nice play down there. Mel De Los Santos, bullpen catcher. Nice move.
Take a nice deep breath now after making that play.
It's a danger zone for Butler too, by the way. That ball sneaks into the corner. All of a sudden you got a tie game. That was a tight 2-1 count. Three balls and a strike. Healy on deck. There's ball 4. So now the tying run in scoring position.
So going to get a pinch runner for Butler.
It's a 7th walk issued by Angels pitchers today. Brett Eibner is the pinch runner. They'll need to replace the first baseman as well. So Valencia at second, Eibner at first base, and here's Healy, 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Both of those hits coming up in his last 2 plate appearances. And again, behind at the count at 1-0.
Mike Trout playing very deep in center field. Cole pretty deep. Same thing Ortega. Healy's hit the ball well today.
This is popped up. First base side, Crone into foul territory. He's there. And we will head to the ninth with the Angels up by a run.
It's 8-7. Liam Hendricks back out for his second inning of work. Defensive changes for Oakland here. Brett Eibner goes out to right field. Danny Valencia moves from right field to first base. Cliff Pennington.
It's like a big spring training game, Gooby.
Yes, it is.
Hendricks back out on the mound. At a 1-2-3 8th inning. It's Pennington, Simmons, and Ortega for the Angels in the ninth. .205 batting average for Cliff, 9 RBIs. Cliff fouls it off. It's 1-2 now. High fastball. Hendricks like Doolittle. Challenge guys.
And as a hitter, your scouting reports are just look for a fastball. He's going to throw a lot of them.
Off the plate. There's the 2-2. Cliff. Skies went out to right. Not very deep. That's the second baseman. Pinder calling off Valencia. 1 out. Up steps Anderson Simmons. A 1-for-3 game with a double, a walk, and a run scored. Halos over the last 3 innings. Actually, even if you go back to the 5th, Gooby, we've only had 3 base runners. This after scoring 3 runs in the 4th, at that point taking an 8-2 lead. From that point forward, 2 singles and a walk. That's all the Angels have been able to manage. Ground ball to the right side. Pinder misplays that one. Simmons will reach on the error.
He just kind of looked up and did not get that baseball into the glove. One of those plays you make almost every single time a mistake made, and I think at this point, with Mike Scioscia, maybe you put a hit and run on, try to create, manufacture a run here.
So Rafael Ortega's first plate appearance, took over defensively in the 7th. Slap this one foul. Ortega 216 this year with 41 games, 5 doubles, a home run, 9 RBIs. Runner Goes, and it's a hit and run. It's perfectly placed out in shallow left. Simmons will end up at third. Davis misplays it. Andrelton keeps on running. He will score out of the error by Chris Davis, and the Angels get a little insurance.
Boy, I like that play by Mike Scioscia, putting hit and run, and you can see Ortega just trying to shorten up his swing, put it in play. And then Chris Davis looking up to see if he has a play on Simmons. Did not look that baseball into his glove, and anytime, especially with this outfield grass, you better make sure you look that baseball on the ground. You're going to have some tough hops, and he got one in a gift run there for the Angels to expand the lead to 2.
It's a double, no RBI. 2 errors in this inning. Remember, Simmons, or probably single in an error, not a double. Simmons would have been retired for out number 2 had Pinder come up with the ground down.
86th error of the season for Oakland.
Here's Jett Bandy. He'll flare one out to shallow center field, and that is going to fall in there. Being waved home is Ortega, and the Angels have added yet another run. 10-7. Bandy picks up the RBI single. That's his 24th run batted in.
The Bandy man with a little flare, RBI single. 24th RBI of the season for Bandy. Runs this one in off the plate. And just strong enough to be able to fight that one over the head of Simeon in there for an RBI single.
Now batting, number 22, Caleb Coward.
There's Caleb Coward, 1 for 4 with a single in the 7th. No balls, 2 strikes.
Another real good swing by Coward on that fastball. And really improving on his swing.
This one's popped up third base side. Healy calls everybody off, makes the catch, 2 down. We'll bring up Cole Calhoun.
Now batting, number 56, Cole.
The Angels have Andrew Bailey getting ready. Should the score hold, Bailey picked up his first save since 2013 yesterday, looking for save number 2 against his former and original team. Bailey's on the right, Wright's on the left. Cole pops it up, Healy racing over. They run out of room. Healy's covered some ground just like Smolinski has today.
Yeah, if you're a third baseman or first baseman, right fielder or left fielder, you're going to have to cover some ground here in this ballpark. A lot of foul territory. 10 runs today for the Angels. In the last 12 games overall for the Angels, they're averaging 6 runs a game.
And Cole shoots one out the left field. Trout will get another opportunity. This one goes to the wall. Bandy racing toward third. Ron Rennicke's going to wave him home. Marcus Simeon's throw from shallow left is in time, and Bandy is going to get gunned down, and Trout will be left standing in the on-deck circle. The Angels add a couple of runs. We head to the bottom of the ninth. It is 10-7 Halos. Lead, and it's Andrew Bailey on in relief here. The former 6th-round pick by the Oakland Athletics in 2006 is on for the save. He was the Rookie of the Year in 2009 wearing that A's uniform. Picked up 26 saves for them. And over 3 seasons before he got traded to the Boston Red Sox, went 7-10 with a 2.07 ERA and 75 saves.
Throwing the ball very well, and we've seen so far from him. Fastball's been good, 90-94, cut fastball, changeup. Throws curveball also.
Good eye. That's the way, Chad. Make them work.
Pinder, Smolinski, and Maxwell due up for Oakland here in the 9th. Pinder 0 for 1, pinch hit in the 7th inning. That was against Valdez. Jose ended up working an inning in 2/3, giving up 2 hits, walking 2, striking out 1. Pinder went around. It's 1-2.
The Angels able to hold on to this game. Valdez may be the pitcher of record. Be a tough decision to make for the official scorekeeper on this one.
I'd go, yeah, I guess it is. I mean, if you talk about no runs allowed, it's not as if Valdez was the most effective. He got himself into a lot of trouble and just happened to get out of it. It is at the scorer's discretion. Pinder shoots it a second. That's Pennington. 1 down. Brings up Smolinski. 1 for 4 with a single in the 7th inning.
Now batting center fielder, number 5, Jake Smolinski.
Yeah, these two have to be familiar when you think about it. Andrew Bailey on the mound getting a ground ball. Pennington played a number of games with Oakland.
Shortstop back then.
Yes. No, well, now he's over in shortstop position now. But
he's in familiar territory now. fouled off of Bandy. But both starting catchers have gotten banged up. The Carapaz, the home plate umpire, has been banged up. But then again, we've played, not we, but they've played about 3 hours and 40 plus minutes of baseball. Somebody's bound to get nicked up. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Save that Bailey picked up yesterday in Seattle, his 90th career. First since June 15th of 2013 for Boston. Mentioned earlier in the game, Bailey got traded from Oakland to the Red Sox in exchange for Josh Reddick and Raul Alcantara, who got the start today. His big league debut. Did he go? No, he did not. So it's 1-2. Alcantara lasted 3 innings in his debut, 5 runs on 5 hits. Weaver got the starting nod for the Angels. He gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, including a home run. He worked 4 innings today. One, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maxwell, the catcher, on deck. Halos needed some insurance runs in the top of the 9th, and they got it. Courtesy of a couple of big errors. Pinder and Davis. 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out. Smolinski goes down swinging. Bandy will throw down to first to complete the strikeout. 2 outs.
Solid breaking ball expanding in the strike zone, getting a swing and miss for Andrew Bailey. Good breaking ball in the dirt. Sharp 77-mile-an-hour curveball.
Now batting the catcher, number 63, Bruce Maxwell.
So Bruce Maxwell will step up with the bases clear. The catcher 1 for 2, a double with 2 RBIs and a couple of walks. One and 1. 14 hits for the Angels, 11 for Oakland. Angels looking for their 30th win on the road this year, and that was just off the plate, 2-1. Texas lost today 14-6 against the Seattle Mariners up at Safeco. Houston leading Cleveland 1-0. That's in Cleveland. Game just underway in the second inning. Mariners picking up the game. Astros with the opportunity to do so, and there's a strike. 2-2. It's Cole Hamels today, right? Against Felix Hernandez.
Yeah,
Darvish pitched yesterday.
I know King Felix was scheduled. I know that.
2-2. Inside, full count. Top of the order, and Semien on deck. Texas at the start of the day, 9.5 game lead over the Astros. 12.5, well now 11.5 now over Seattle. Seattle's 70th win. There's a payoff pitch. Called strike three. Light that baby up as the Angels take the opener against Oakland by the final of 10-7.
And Andrew Bailey picks up his second save in a row. We're taking a number, 3 years to be able to get that save. Back-to-back ones as the Angels win game one of this 3-game set against Oakland, 10-7. A game for Mike Trout once again, on base 4 times, 3 singles. Albert Pujols, big game. Cole Calhoun, big game home run also, and CJ Cron. A lot of it, good swings throughout this game once again. The Angels are averaging 6 runs per game in the last 12 games. The offense has definitely been there for the Halos.